You know that feeling where you have that thing that's really important that you need to get done? I don't care if that's a project assignment, if something your boss told you to do, that business idea that you've always wanted to take action on, and you put it off until 2 hours later. But then something comes up and then you put it off until tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next week, and guess what? It just keeps on going and going and going. And if there is a deadline associated with it, maybe like a class assignment or your professor gave you a deadline for a paper, all of a sudden that night before you're freaking out, you pull an all-nighter and you are frantically trying to get it done, and you tell yourself, never again, I'm never procrastinating again, and the cycle continues on and on. Well look, in this video I want to share with you what it takes to finally get rid of procrastination forever. Hey, if you're new to this channel, my name is Richard. I'm an entrepreneur as well as a high performance coach, and I make videos specifically on how to help you live a more high performance lifestyle. Today I want to give you four very actionable tips. So right now, pause the video, go pull a pen and paper, let's get ready to learn, because these are going to be golden gems. Now, the lesson number one I'm gonna give you, and this one might seem a little basic, but bear with me, is you gotta create a to-do list. Look, how many days do you start off where you just have a general idea of what you want to accomplish? Look, there's a well-known quote that goes that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. It doesn't matter how busy you are, pull out a sheet of paper and just write down that 4 or 5 to-dos that you have to get done. Here's what a lot of people try to do. We know a general idea of what we have to do, so we kind of just keep it in our mind. Well, I gotta call that person, I gotta go attend this meeting, I have to go ahead and make sure that gets done, and we have 40 different things that are cluttered in our mind. But I want to teach you that your brain is an excellent place for having ideas, but it's a terrible, terrible place for holding them. Action number one, I want you to pull out a to-do list, actually write down the things that you need to do, and do this on a regular basis. The second lesson I want to share with you is this. You want to generate momentum. Now, what is momentum? Well, the simple concept of inertia states that objects that are in motion tend to stay in motion. And you've probably experienced this before when you've been working super productively, you're in that flow state, and all of a sudden you just want to keep working. Maybe you gotta go meet with a friend, or maybe you have to finish ending the day, but then you have this feeling of, oh no, I just want to keep working. That's because you already have a lot of momentum. And so the reason that you're procrastinating is because chances are you're lacking momentum. So how do we do this? Look, if you're facing a really looming task that you don't want to get done, you need to first look at it and say, how can I generate the smallest bit of momentum? Because momentum is like wildfire, it catches on and it spreads. So just pick out the task and find what's one little thing that I can get done in only 15 minutes. Don't think big, don't think, oh man, this project is gonna take 4 hours to do. Just think the next 15 minutes. And then just do whatever you can to sit down and work for only 15 minutes. What you're gonna see is that once you complete these 15 minutes, you're all of a sudden gonna become really fulfilled. Wow, I can't believe I finished that in 15 minutes. Now, don't do anything else. I don't want you to think about the 3 hours left of completing this project. I just want you to find another 15 minutes. Ask yourself, what's something that I can get done in only the next 15 minutes that will contribute to this project? Go ahead and get that done. And when you can implement that, then there's a little bit more momentum, and more momentum, and more momentum. And once you begin to stack this on, chances are that 4-hour project is gonna become so easy. Because once you get good at the small things, that's only where you can get good at the big things. I'm a Christian man of faith, and it is clearly known in the Bible that he who is faithful over little will be given much. You gotta be faithful over the little things if you wanna be given more and more and more. The third high performance lesson I wanna share with you is to set a deadline, but not only set a deadline with an accountability partner. Look, if you wanna know about inspiration, let me share with you that the deadline is the ultimate inspiration. Why is it that when you're in college, whenever your professor gives you a paper, you are going to work like crazy the night before to get it done? Because there is a consequence associated with you not getting it done. There is a real deadline that you must comply with. But within our own lives, whenever we have a passion project, we have that business that we want to start, we say tomorrow, because there's no real deadline associated with it. Look, if you don't understand this, first and foremost, I want you to understand how short life actually is. I need you to have a sense of urgency. So put a video right over here. You see that little thumbnail that's appearing on the screen? That's gonna take you to the video. Make sure to watch that next after this video, because that's gonna help you develop a sense of urgency. But as of right now, I just want you to go ahead and find one person in your life that can hold you accountable. Maybe they wanna become more productive, they wanna become a high performance individual as well. Reach out to them. Send them a text every single time you have a project that you need to complete and say, hey, I need you to hold me accountable to getting this project done by 5 p.m. today. If you want to take it to the next level, give it a consequence. Sometimes I'll text my accountability partner and say, look, if I don't send you photos of this completed business launch, I have to PayPal you $200. Now look, I definitely don't want to lose money, so you bet that I will finish it on time. And the fourth high performance lesson I want to share with you is to get into a competitive environment. Look, if you've ever been on a sports team before, I love competition because competition makes everyone better. When I was in high school, I was a competitive wrestler and I was the worst, smallest. You can see how skinny I was right there. Oh my gosh, I looked like I was starving. But because I was the skinniest kid and there were guys who were much better at wrestling than me, I got super aggressive and competitive. I want to beat them out. And so I'd train harder in the gym. I'd train longer practice, get better at wrestling technique. And slower, my body began to improve. My muscles began to grow. I began to improve as an athlete. And it's the same if you are in school, if you're running your own business. As an entrepreneur now, I've invested over $20,000 into investing into different kinds of coaching programs. Why? Because in these coaching programs, I'm surrounded by other entrepreneurs who are making more money than me, who are making a bigger impact than me. And this drives me and forces me to get even more competitive with these individuals. And I have a Facebook community called the High Performance Training Program that only my high performance clients can be in. In this community of over 200 people, everyone is so competitive. Not in a bad way, but genuinely wanting each other to win, but also genuinely competing to see who can be more competitive in their productivity. Now look, I want for you to be able to gain access to this competitive environment, and that's why as you're watching this video, today that you're seeing this, I'm hosting a live high performance masterclass. I want you to go ahead and click the link down below because that's going to take you over to a registration page where you can type your name, your email, and on this masterclass, I'm going to share with you exactly how to double your productivity and get back at least 12 hours of your work week. And guess what? You're gonna get surrounded into an incredible environment. Over 200 people on this awesome Facebook community, and that's what you need, that competitive edge. Remember, if you got value from this video, the price that you pay is to share this with a friend. So right now, copy this video, text it to a friend, and then tag me on Instagram when you share it on your story. I'll put my Instagram right there. I cannot wait to see you next week. Remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. See you next time.